The training arena aboard Outpost Kestrel was never quiet. Even during off hours, the place hummed with contained violence. Energy barriers crackling, combat drones resetting, alien trainees arguing in half a dozen languages. The outpost sat on the edge of coalition space, a joint military installation meant to foster cooperation between allied species. In reality, it was where egos came to clash. I stood near the observation rail, helmet tucked under my arm, watching another sparring match conclude. Two Karel warriors disengaged, their armored crests flaring as they bowed stiffly to one another. The crowd dispersed, already hungry for the next spectacle. That's when I felt her eyes on me. "You," a voice said behind me. "Human." I turned slowly. She was taller than me by a head, lean and powerful, with violet skin patterned by natural silver lines that marked muscle and rank. Her eyes were sharp, amber gold, and filled with unmistakable confidence. She wore the light combat armor of the Zyran clans, one of the most respected warrior cultures in the sector. Her name, I knew from reputation alone, was Valeth. "Yes," I replied calmly. She looked me up and down, her expression openly skeptical. "You are Sergeant Marcus Hale, Terran Infantry." "Was," I corrected. "Still fight, though." A faint smirk curved her lips. "I've watched humans train here for weeks."
Loud. Determined.
Fragile. A few nearby soldiers paused, sensing tension. I shrugged. "We manage." Her gaze lingered on my relaxed stance, the lack of visible armor, the fact that I didn't look like I belonged in a place where broken bones were routine. "I challenge you," she said suddenly. The arena fell silent. "To what?" I asked. "Single combat," Valeth declared. "Unarmed. First submission or incapacitation." A murmur rippled through the crowd. Humans were tough, yes, but Zyran warriors were bred and trained for combat from childhood. This wasn't a friendly spar. This was a note of dominance. "You sure?" I asked. Her silver markings brightened. "Are you afraid?" I smiled. "No," I said. "Just polite." That did it. She strode into the arena, energy barrier sealing behind her. A combat drone hovered, scanning for rule violations. Medical teams stood by. Betting terminals lit up as spectators placed wagers. Most of them weren't on me. I stepped in, rolling my shoulders, boots scuffing against the arena floor. Valeth raised her fists, claws partially extended. "Yield quickly," she said. "I don't wish to embarrass you." I tilted my head. Funny. I was thinking the same. The starting tone sounded. She moved first. Fast, faster than most humans could track. Her strike came in a blur, aimed at my throat. I shifted just enough, redirecting her momentum past me. Her elbow whipped back toward my ribs, but I stepped inside the arc, catching her wrist and guiding it harmlessly away. The crowd gasped. Valeth spun, eyes narrowing. She launched a flurry of blows, precise, powerful, textbook Zyran technique. I blocked, deflected, absorbed what I couldn't avoid, never striking back. "You mock me," she growled. "No," I said between movements. "I'm listening." She roared and leapt, bringing both legs around in a scissor strike meant to take me down. I dropped my center of gravity, caught her midair, and rolled, using her own momentum to carry us both to the ground. I let go before impact, twisting so she landed safely, but awkwardly. The arena erupted. Valeth sprang to her feet, eyes wide now, not with anger, but surprise. "You hold back," she accused. "Always," I replied. "Unless I can't." Her markings flared brighter. She charged again, this time slower, more deliberate. She feinted left, then right, testing my reactions. I mirrored her pace, matching her step for step. Minutes passed. Sweat beaded on her brow. Her breathing deepened. Mine barely changed. How? She demanded mid-exchange. Your body is inferior by every metric. Maybe, I said, ducking under a swing. But metrics aren't the whole story. I stepped forward, inside her guard, and gently tapped 2 fingers against her chest plate. The drone chimed softly. Clean strike registered. Silence fell over the arena. Valeth froze. I stepped back, hands raised.
Point to you, I said.
You didn't fall. Her mouth opened.
Closed.
Then her face darkened, not with rage, but something far more dangerous to a warrior's pride. Embarrassment. This is impossible, she muttered. She attacked again, but now her movements were rushed, frustrated. I waited for the opening, not forcing it, just letting it come.
It did.
She overextended on a wide hook. I stepped in, pivoted, and used a simple human grappling technique, one drilled into us during basic training, to off-balance her. She hit the mat on her back, breath knocked from her lungs. Before she could recover, I knelt beside her, forearm resting lightly across her shoulders, pinning her without pain. Yield, I asked quietly. Her amber eyes stared up at me, stunned. The arena was dead silent. Then, slowly, her markings dimmed and her cheeks flushed a deeper shade of violet. She swallowed. I yield. The barrier dropped. Cheers erupted. Some in disbelief. Some in approval. I stood and offered her a hand. She hesitated, then took it. As I pulled her up, she wouldn't meet my eyes. I underestimated you, she said stiffly. Most do, I replied gently. Doesn't mean they're weak. Her gaze flicked up, sharp and searching. You could have defeated me earlier. Yes. Why didn't you? Because winning isn't always about domination, I said. Sometimes it's about respect. That stopped her cold. Over the next days, word spread fast. The Xiran warrior humbled, not injured, not humiliated, but outmatched by a human who never once tried to assert superiority. Valeth avoided me at first. Then one evening, as I finished a solo workout, she approached quietly. You fight like someone who has lost much, she said. Yeah, I replied. So do you. She studied me for a long moment. Then, to my surprise, she bowed low and formal. I wish to learn, she said. Your techniques. Your restraint. I blinked. You're asking me to train you? Yes, she said, cheeks faintly darkening again. If you will have me. I smiled. Anytime. Training together changed things. She learned quickly, not just techniques, but mindset. I learned about Xiran honor, their emphasis on proving worth through challenge. We sparred, talked, argued, laughed. And sometimes she blushed. Not from embarrassment this time, but from something warmer. On my last day at Outpost Kestrel, she walked with me to the hangar. You changed how I see humans, she said, and how I see strength. Good, I replied. Means we both learned something. She hesitated, then placed a small metallic token in my hand, a Xiran warrior's mark of respect. Do not disappear, Marcus Hale, she said softly. I closed my fingers around the token. Wouldn't dream of it. As the ship lifted off, I looked back at the arena where it all started. She had challenged a human soldier, expecting an easy victory. What she found instead was something far more dangerous to her pride, and far more meaningful to her heart. And the galaxy felt just a little smaller because of it.